So Ashton Brewing Company. Where the heck is Ashton Brewing Company? It's in Middlesex, New Jersey, which is in the center of the state, kind of near New Brunswick, not too far, between New Brunswick and Boundbrook, kind of, sort of. Here's Mike. Mike's the brewer. Sun's out, guns out. This is the back bar, right?
Yep.
It's kind of in the brewery. The can art is fabulous. Donna Ashton, who's the other Ashton, Steve and Donna are the owners, does all the can art. She's a very accomplished graphic artist. Really beautiful tasting room. It's in this old 1880-something red brick factory kind of building, and it's just really cozy and comfortable and warm and nice. Lots of stuff on tap. Bunch of different styles. IPAs, farmhouse, saison, ordinaries, soda, seltzer, all kinds of stuff. More of Donna's art. The brewery itself, I thought, was really pretty. It's unusual to find like a pretty brewery. Like, it was just nicely laid out, nicely lit. And these are a couple of interns who were actually training with Mike that day. So what did you like about this brewery?
It ticks all the boxes. We went in and it was, as you said, it was a beautiful tasting room. We met Donna, the owner, almost immediately. She was warm and welcoming and knowledgeable. And then we started trying the beers, and everything we had was really solid, really tasty, really well made.
Yeah, the beers are just damn near perfect. Just really, really solid. Hey, here's the sticker wall. The ubiquitous brewery sticker wall. Every brewery seems to have one of these. Oh, look at that. How did that get there? Oh, you know what? We can just cut to the video we shot at the brewery.
Yep.
Then you can hear the whole story.
Yeah, go there.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're here with Steve and Donna Ashton, for whom the brewery was named, I assume. Or was it some other like famous Ashton?
Our daughter. Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
Okay.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell us what we have in front of us?
This is Stella Blue. It looks probably a little bit more purple given the light. But it is a saison, or a farmhouse ale, with a tea in it. The tea is called butterfly pea flower. The flower actually reacts with the acidity of the beer and creates that bluish color.
Are the flowers blue or not?
The flowers are
blue.
They are blue, yes.
But it gets even more purple in the beer.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get
It's so pretty.
Yeah, we'll get a close up of that. We'll get a close up of that before we go.
It's fun, to do something that's a little bit different, but it's surprising at the same time because it has flavor to it. It adds like a creaminess, sort of like a green tea kind of a flavor, and it still maintains the peppery side of the saison. So it's still an enjoyable beer. It's not like adding food coloring and making something that's really artificial. It's a very earthy type of a beer, and it's pleasant to drink.
Full disclosure, we had it before, and it's really good. Cheers and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it's so good. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's purple, depending on the light.
Depends on how the light hits it. Yeah.
So what's next, Steve?
Move on.
Okay. So the next beer we have is Simpson. So Simpson's named for, our dog is named Simcoe. He's named for the hop Simcoe.
Of course.
So I think I developed this recipe around the time of Superstorm Sandy.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of the Jersey Strong stuff. So this is a strong bitter. So I called it a Jersey Strong bitter because it's not using traditional hops, it's just using Simcoe hops. Mm-hmm. So, but the base is like an English ESB or strong bitter, and then just with all Simcoe hops.
Is it dry hopped at all or not?
It is not dry hopped.
Yeah, because the aroma is kind of subtle.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's very good. It's super
So
balanced. You get a nice hit of hops, but as you said, because it's kind of ESB, it's not like in your face hops.
Right.
It's not a hop bomb.
Exactly.
Yes. Nicely balanced. It's
There's
delicious.
a nice bready tone in the middle to keep it nice and balanced, and that dry. with a nice dry finish.
Did you hear that? He said dry. They know that's my thing.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Nice and dry. It's really good. No, obviously, if the beer's meant to be sweet, that's okay. But if it's not meant to be and it is, then I have a little bit of an issue. What's next? What's number 3?
So our third beer is Your Lips Are Juicy.
That's one of my favorite labels.
This beer has become our flagship. So this is Your Lips Are Juicy. This is the first beer that we developed here, and it's not one of our homebrew recipes. It is a Citra Mosaic hopped, double dry hopped, almost 8% New England IPA. And it is wheat forward, as opposed to a lot of the New England IPAs will be more oat forward. And that's why the color is a little bit more orange, where the oat beers tend to be a little bit more on the white side. It is nice and juicy. A little bit of grapefruit comes through in this. The bitterness is on the light side for an IPA, but also probably a little bit on the heavier side for a New England. And it tends to have nice broad appeal because of that. So people that don't like bitter IPAs will have this, and they get the juiciness, and the bitterness doesn't bother them. But the New England IPA people that they love the hops, they'll love this beer. And so it's had very broad appeal. The other fun thing about this one is we take this to festivals, and generally it's guys that walk up and they read the name and they look at us and they say, I'll have the IPA or I'll have the first beer. They're very hesitant to say the name.
They're hesitant to say it again.
Say your lips are juicy. So I always pour their little 2-ounce taster, and I hand it back and say, your lips are juicy. But I do that with every beer. I say the name of the beer as I give it back to them, and just to help reinforce it. And but it's fun because people, they remember this beer. And they remember the name because it is something that kind of sets them off in a way.
Well, that's good. Anything that makes it stand out.
Mark of a good beer name. Yeah, it starts a story even before they try the beer.
Yes.
And that's from a song title, too?
It is a song title.
There's a lot of song titles up there.
Yes.
We know the band?
I don't even remember the band.
She probably has it on
I
her.
probably haven't. It
But,
would require reading glasses.
It's really delicious. It's super well balanced. It's got a nice aroma. You get sometimes you get these crazy weird aromas from the new, especially the new hybrids, the high IBU hops. But this one has got a beautiful nose.
I think in general, it's a lot of times how the dankness side of a hop plays with the fruity side of the hop, and how well that comes across. That's what I think you're talking about in the
exactly.
aromas.
Yeah, and they've heard this before. Dangerously smooth, because it does not taste like 8%. It's not in the least bit boozy. Well done.
Thank you.
What's next?
Okay.
That is so good.
Well, I should say what's last. Oh no, our last beer. Dun dun dun.
All right, so the last one is the dangerous one. This is Midnight Moonlight, and it's aged in rye barrels from Jersey Spirits Distilling up in Fairfield. They're fantastic. They let us sort of borrow their barrels, and we can age stuff, and when we're done, they take them back, and they use them to finish whiskeys. So you've probably heard of like port barrel aged or port barrel finished scotches, things like that. That's the kind of thing that they do.
Okay.
So it's great, and the liquor that goes into it is fantastic. So it adds a great flavor. This beer is a beer that I've been making, but it had to be modified to be a barrel used in barrel aging. Mm-hmm. We've done bourbon, rum, scotch, and rye, and we have some. We have a mezcal barrel. We're using that for barley wine. That was also modified a little bit, but it's fun to do these beers and get. It's a smaller quantity, so we bottle part of it, we keg part of it for our use here in the tap room. But rye is fun because rye has such a distinctive character. There's like a little bit of a spiciness in the middle.
Yeah, it's got that
I think
kind
of it
of
like
peppery happening.
Yeah, so I think it's like pumpernickel is how it kind of hits me in the middle. but it's just so smooth.
Oh my God, it's
It
so
smells
good.
so good.
What's the ABV on this?
12.
12, okay.
Yes.
So the base beer is 10%.
Uh-huh.
These are smaller barrels, so the alcohol pickup is pretty significant.
Oh, okay.
There's a smaller surface area, but you know,
Oh, so you get the extra
proportion-
2% from the barrel.
Yeah, the extra
Wow.
2% is what we're,
Outstanding.
and it's more or less an estimate
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know for sure how much actual liquid is left inside.
Right.
You don't know how much is going to get extracted from the wood, that sort of thing.
Angel share.
The angel share.
Yeah, this is more like the devil's share. But yeah, so you're getting some alcohol boost from the barrels themselves. But I'm just amazed at how this comes out so smooth.
It's crazy
It is
smooth.
smooth.
And my God. And
flavorful.
Again, not all that boozy. At 12%.
No.
Man, well done. You guys are hitting it out of the park. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, sure.
Really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
having
I know how
us.
busy you are.
Yeah.
And running a brewery is not a small undertaking, so we appreciate you taking the time.
Oh,
Cheers.
Thanks. Cheers
Cheers.
to you.
Cheers.
Much success.
Thank you.
Many more years.
Cheers to you.